1 week after People. In the entertainment capital of the world, the Los Angeles highways are blissfully free of traffic. The 73-story U.S. Bank Tower, the tallest building west of the Mississippi, was designed to be occupied for more than 100 years. It was also built to survive the big one, an earthquake measuring at least 7.5 on the Richter scale. But how long will it stand without human maintenance? We shall see. Los Angeles is almost unrecognizable. But it's nothing compared to what's coming. Wildfires can burn for weeks, and even longer if the conditions are right. In 2007, the Zika fire in Santa Barbara County raged for 2 months, the longest burning wildfire in recent California history. Now, when a lightning strike sets off a fire in the hills, there won't be any firefighters coming to the rescue.
The mountain fires that we see virtually every year here in Los Angeles would penetrate into the urban setting, and you have the potential for a major fire event.
In the city center, the U.S. Bank Tower burns from the inside out. The structural steel frame can withstand the searing heat, enduring temperatures of over 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. But the interior spaces burn quickly, turning LA's tallest building into a charred skeleton. It's 50 years into a life after People. Now 200 years overdue, the big one hits Los Angeles. The U.S. Bank Tower is a charred, teetering steel skeleton. The upper 21 floors have earthquake-damping struts installed between floors, but after wildfire damage and years without maintenance, they can't fend off the inevitable.
If you think about a bullwhip, a slight flick of the wrist will create a big motion out at the far end of the bullwhip, and it'll snap. Well, it's the same thing with the building. Part of the top of the building could just topple away because it's moving. It's the tip of the bullwhip.
"600 years after People. The era of great collapses in our capital cities is almost over. The previous centuries have witnessed the destruction of houses of brick, wood, and rigid towers of steel. The last recognizable edifice still standing in Los Angeles is the heavily corroded U.S. Bank Tower. The steel skyscraper survived the wildfire that charred the rest of Hollywood and much of the LA basin. The big one snapped off its top 21 floors. The lower 52 floors defied the odds for hundreds of years.
This building is an odd one in that it has a central core that's fairly stiff concrete, and it has a steel framing around the edges. The concrete core would have collapsed sooner if the building was in a climate that had more freeze-thaw cycles. But this doesn't really happen in LA. Earthquakes are what's going to get you.
A moderate quake finally brings down the weakened structure.